Hey Glam Squad, welcome to another makeup tutorial with Glam Rocks. So today we'll be featuring this beautiful carnival look. I want you guys to stay to the end so you can see the information on these jewels that I have on. However, you guys know this weekend was supposed to be Carnival weekend here in Miami, but y'all know Rona had to come and steal the show. But the Bacchanal still continues. So sac passe to all my Haitians and to the Caribbean world. Let's stay tuned. Let's get into the stuff.
Okay, so here I am taking a concealer, which is my Born This Way, and another concealer, and I just blended that out, added the tape to the corners of my eyes, and then I went into this Juvia's Place palette, and I'm using the orange as my transition color, and I'm just blending that away. Then I'm going into the green into the MAC book, and I am blending that just below that orange color. Now I am going in with I think a darker green or either a blue, and again I'm just blending that away. First I pat on and then I blend, and that is directly on my crease. Now I'm taking that darker purple out of the matte book, and I am blending the outer corners of my eyes using a tape as a guide. And now I'm taking that concealer so I can clean up my mobile lid and start to cut the crease. Again, I am using the concealer, and I am using a brush I think I got from either Amazon or the dollar store. But anyway, I took this brush and I tapered it the way I wanted to with some scissors. And I was just blending that out, trying to make it as flat as possible. Then I'm going to take some more of that purple to blend at the end. And I use a fluffy brush to do that. Now I'm going to go with my next transition color for the crease, the cut crease, which is going to be a blue, and I'm tapping on and making sure I touch the edge of that purple. That's how you get the perfect seamless blend. Now I'm going into this neon pigment, and I am using the neon yellow at the inner corners of my eyes. And I'm just patting on. That's how you get the most color payoff, by patting. Now I'm going to use those two greens in the matte book, and I am going to blend that in between the blue and the neon yellow. Again, when I apply the color, I tap it onto the lid, and I make sure it touches the edges of both of the colors. And I'm going back into the blue. I'm just making sure that I go into the colors as I add them on, and make sure that I touch the edge of each, and I still am getting the color payoff that I want. Now I'm going back in with that neon color, which I think it's the green. I'm sorry, that was a shimmery white that I added on top of that neon yellow. Now I'm taking a glitter, multicolored glitter, and I added some lash glue, and I am just tapping that over where my inner tear ducts. Now I am taking a blue liquid liner from the dollar store. No, I'm sorry, the beauty supply store. And I'm creating a line over the cut crease. Now I am just blending out, using my MAC High Cyrene pencil. I just went into my waterline with that, And now I'm using the Inglot Gel number 77, the blackest black liner that I know. I used to love the Maybelline until I fell in love with this one. And I'm just using a disposable wand to create that liner. Now I'm going to take my lash glue and go right above there, because I wanted to add some sparkle at the end of the liner, which is going to be that same glitter that I added in my inner tear duct. And I think this glitter is from NYX. Now I'm going back in with the black Inglot gel liner, just to make sure that that liner is sharp. Now I'm adding the sparkly glitter accents that I have and over that blue liner. As you can see, that it just brought the perfect sparkle to the eye. And these are some lashes that I entered a contest, but I lost the contest, but still I got some lashes and I picked Carnival. Perfect for this look. This lash is called Carnival. I'm going back into that Juvia's palette, Juvia's Place palette, and I'm going to use the yellow just to continue to blend out my transition and just make sure that looks good. Now I'm going under my eyes. I'm going to blend out with the blue first, and then I'm going to blend out with the purple. Yeah, ladies, that's the eyes. Now I'm going in with my skin. I mix to get my color. I prefer to go darker on my face. It's a Maybelline 460, I think the color is, and I use my Lancome for 540 suede. And I'm just blending out with my blending brush. I love pressing my foundation in, and I love blending out and using two colors to get the perfect color payoff. I rarely have a bride, a client that has one color complexion. So I use the colors that's on my chest and my face and eye. That's usually how I get the perfect foundation look for myself and my clients. Now I am using my favorite concealer, Too Faced Born This Way in Toffee. Then I'm going to go into this Juvia's Place concealer, and I'm just adding a dot. Then I take another concealer as a transition and put right under there. Then I'm using my black Radiance. I'm not sure what color it is, but it's their darker color foundation stick to contour. I'm spraying my face with the Morphe spray, any spray, and I have my two sponges and my brush, and I'm blending away. Wow, y'all, I don't know who was riding by, but you know Carnival has been canceled here in Miami, but they was jamming to some soca, and you know my beauty room window is right there to the main road. I was like, okay. I was jamming, y'all. So I'm just blending away. One thing about makeup, and I think I say this to all my one-on-one clients, to people who say they want to get into makeup, if you're not a person that have patience in blending, makeup is not for you. When I tell you it takes a lot of blending to get to where you want to go, you have to blend. So I'm going in between that brush I use for foundation and both of these sponges. This is an e.l.f. sponge, and I love it. I love it better than my $20 sponge. I have a lot of them in my makeup kit. Just making sure it's blending out. It takes a lot of blending to get to the end result. If you have not tried this e.l.f. blending brush, you should. It's only $4 and it's at Walmart, Target. You can find it so easily. Now I'm using my Dermablend translucent powder, which I usually don't use on the, other than under my eyes, but today for some reason I put it on my forehead and my nose. Now I'm going back into that matte palette. I'm going back over that blue to smoke out under my eyes, and I'm going to go into that purple also. Now I'm going to go into my Sacha Buttercup, and I will lightly bake with that. I must have been in some sort of mood today because I usually don't bake at all. But this is how I looked while baking. Now I am going into my favorite bronzer, CoverGirl Ebony Bronzer, classic. It's not in the stores anymore. Well, it could be in certain stores, but I did know they was discontinued and they bring it back. I just order mine from Amazon from now on. I just don't go into the stores, trying to look for it, because I went to 4 stores before I discovered it was on their website only now and on Amazon. If they're back in store, I'm not aware, but you could definitely find it on Amazon. Now I'm going into my MAC powder, and I am just lightly tapping away that powder that I used to bake. And now I'm going into my Urban Decay All-Nighter. I use several sprays on my face. I do not like flashbacks. Now I'm using something regular, just to try to get that to dry down. And again, I am going over the powder. I'm trying to take the powdery look away. And I think this is where I'm using another MAC powder. Now I'm taking this Jonah pencil and I'm just going back over my brows, because from blending, adding foundation, concealer, you may have messed up your brows, so I like to just go back over it. So this is the final look, ladies. This is a closer look. I added some accents, details to the side of my face, and some crying glitter teardrops coming down, and I added this jewel on top.